Week 18 is upon us. Titans versus Jaguars. Jaguars knocked us out of playoff contention last year. We have the opportunity to do the same this year. Welcome back to another Titans Bros videos. I think we're just making one. Welcome back to another Titans Bro video. Let's address the elephant in the room. We are sporting Titan Bro merch. It can be found literally nowhere because I just ordered two hats. I ordered 2 hats and 2 shirts, and that's all I ordered. So, hope you like it. But yeah, my camera's too zoomed in to even really see it unless I stand up a little bit, but then you can't hear me on the microphone. So, but yeah, just you can at least see his hat at the moment. Yep, there it is. There it is. She's a beauty. She's a beauty. But anyways,
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was not you, the hat, because I ordered the hat and I designed it. But anyways, yeah. So there's that. That's the one elephant in the room. The other elephant in the room is this is the first time since I think 2016 they said that we've known this was our last game of the season. So it's a very interesting feeling. We've had a lot of win and get ins, and then we've had a lot of playoff runs where you never really know, like, is this it or is this not it? But for the longest time, this is the first time that we know this is it. We got 3 more hours of football, and then it's the long, laborious off season.
I agree, but I would say I think I'm looking forward to this offseason more than a lot of off seasons. One, I just want the season to be over. It's been a dreadful, dreadful season. It really has. Not all fun, most of it not fun to be honest. But we have a lot of cap space, so this moves and stuff we can do this off season. Like last off season, we didn't have any cap space, and that was well documented. And we
negative 30 actually.
We knew there wasn't much we could do. This offseason is the opposite, and it's time for Ron Carthon to really, show us what he's got, because he has an excuse. Even though I don't like hardly anybody he brought in, he has the excuse that he didn't have much to work with. Well, this offseason he can't say that. So I'm kind of, again, back to my main point is, this offseason we could make a lot of changes. So I'm excited about that. We got 3 more hours of football, and then mercifully it ends for us. Not for the 14 teams making the playoffs, but for us it ends.
I just had an idea for video that we can go through each draft pick and each free agent signing and grade it to see how we feel, because obviously we're going to have way more weeks to fill than we have show ideas. So we can have one that can just be dedicated to that. But I guess as a teaser, right, you just basically said you don't like Ron Carthon's free agency class. Obviously, well, the Dillard was a miss.
We'll talk about each one individually, though, right?
We will, but I'm thinking Dillard's a miss, but Alshire, Brunskill, Bunting, there's some good names for good prices. But again, that can be an entire video that we do at some point. For now, it's Titans v. Jags. And again, I keep saying this, that this is the first time I've openly rooted to lose since 2014. I hold to it. I still want us to lose for draft. The only reason I would ever want us to win this game is seeing Tannehill, who it's most likely going to be Tannehill to start, I think. Will Levis is questionable. He's questionable, but like last week at this time, they were basically saying he's probably going to go, but this week they're just like, questionable. So I want us to lose, but if we were to win, I would want it to be because Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, they brought a lot of good football to the Tennessee Titans from 2019, second half of 2019 on to 2021. And I'd like to see them go out the right way. Obviously, ultimately, I want us to lose, but if we were to win, that would be a cool moment.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I do. That would be a nice salute to them, who did bring us some good football and some good seasons. But I don't know. I've always been one to think about the future when it comes to Titans, and right now we need a good of a draft pick we can get. Even though I will say, I don't know why, but I just feel like it's almost locked in that we're gonna get a tackle, And I feel like there's going to be a decent tackle for us. No, like if we win, I don't know this for sure. But we'll probably still be 8, 9, or 10, somewhere up there. I think we'll still be able to get.
We cannot get any lower than 4, but we can't get any higher than 8.
Okay, so yeah,
so it's going to be between 4 and 8. We're right now sitting at 7.
So in that case, our win wouldn't upset me too much. We'll just go to 8, and I still think we'll be able to get a good tackle. So yeah, I mean, if we win, I'm not going to be angry, but I would rather just be 7 than 8. But I know some Titan fans like, oh, it'd be great to just to smear in the Jags' face and make them where they can't make the playoffs. But I don't know. I just would rather a better draft pick than that. Maybe I'm a bad Titan fan for saying that. Maybe I should hate the Jags a little more than I do. But the way I see it is that you get just 7 is a little bit better than 8, so I'll just take that.
I mean, not like it's we have any control over it anyway, but you know what's going to suck the most probably about us losing?
What?
Going 0-6 in the division.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't think football teams ever did it. Like, when you see the worst,
doesn't happen often, yeah.
You see the worst of the worst, like 3 and 4 win teams, their wins oftentimes can come against
division rivals.
Because, when division teams or teams in the same division play against each other, it's just like a different ball game, quite literally.
Yeah.
But going 0-6 is unheard of.
That is unheard of, and that would be a crazy stat if it happens. But
it means we're 5-6 out of division and 0-6 in the division.
So I'm thinking, what if we lose? Are we 5-12? Is that what we're gonna be? So let me do the math real quick. 19. So we're gonna be 5-19 if we lose. This is if we lose. Are we gonna be 5-19? If you go back to when we had started our 7-game lose streak last year, we'd be 5-19 since then. That is pathetic. Honestly, that is the bottom of the barrel. That is the worst of the worst teams. Even the awful teams don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, no one really, I don't think, thinks of the Titans as a joke of a team, as a bottom 5 team, but we kind of are in the last year and a half, wouldn't you say?
I mean, yeah, and 90% of its offensive line. It is ridiculous how you can't win if you can't score points, and you can't score points if you can't pass or run because of an offensive line that's useless.
Pathetic.
It is.
I can't believe, and I sent this to Gabriel earlier this week, I think it was. I can't believe the Giants has got a worse offensive line because I looked it up. The Giants allowed 20 more sacks than we have, and that's crazy. Like, I don't even know what the Giants are doing. But anyway, but we are second worst, so we have a crappy offensive line that definitely is addressed. But anyway, should we? This is a preview talking about us and the Jags. But the thing about it is, there's not much to say in the sense that I'm not going to be watched this with the same excitement and paying attention play to play like I normally do. In the sense that I'm hoping we lose more than win, but.
I mean, yeah, that happened. You came over to the house to watch Texans last week.
I did.
And for a start, obviously, I kind of wanted to lose. And by kind of wanted to lose, I mean I wanted to lose. That is the most distracted during a game I've been, and I can't tell you how long.
Both of us, yes, I agree.
Because I'm like, we are already out of playoff contention. There is no magic, miracle, anything that could happen to get us in. We're literally, mathematically eliminated. Plus, it was just a pathetic display.
We was out of that game so fast. It was pathetic.
And it just our O-line was a first or second drive. I think second drive, Will Levis injured, out. A couple drives in of Tannehill. He had blood just gushing, pouring down his arm. He's all limping around. It even showed Malik Willis warming up on the sideline. I'm just like, this O-line is so bad. Because remember, the reason Will Levis is playing in at all is because the O-line already got Tannehill hurt once against the Ravens.
I know.
So Tannehill goes down. Will Levis goes down. Will Levis goes down again. Yeah. And then Tannehill almost goes down again. I'm just like, this O-line is so bad.
It's so bad. And I will say this. This is pathetic, and it's embarrassing and bad on our GMs because you can blame 2 different GMs for this. But how? And I was reading an article that said, like, it is amazing. Like, you think this wouldn't even be possible to have this bad of left tackle play in the last 2 years with Dennis Daly, Denton Dillard, and then Duncan, who's been just as bad. It's like once again, Dillard got replaced by Duncan, and then Duncan got replaced again by Dillard. It's like
I heard a stat that said Dillard has allowed the most sacks of any tackle this year. He hasn't played all the games. Duncan has allowed the 4th most amount of sacks
because he hasn't even played that many games.
They never play on top of each other. Only one or the other, and yet they hold down 1st and 4th and the most sacks allowed. It's horrible. Where are we finding these idiots?
That is pathetic. And I think, though, you have to put some blame on the offensive line coach. Don't know him. I don't know. You may know his name.
They call him Haas. I forget what his name is. He has a weird last name. They call him Haas.
There's no way Dillard, Daly, and Duncan.
Well, last year we had Keith Carter.
Okay, well,
as the O-line coach. So this is this guy's first year. The only issue is last year he was an assistant.
Yeah, well,
so you have a horrible offensive line, and then you promote one of the assistants of that horrible offensive line to be your head or your
that's a move
O-line coach.
Like to do. But yeah,
he does like promoting within. I would be so cool okay if we were to fire him. But I don't know if he's going to do that. I don't think he's ever fired anybody after 1 year.
How do you have such horrible play at left tackle, which is a position you don't want to suck at, you know what I mean? And we just so bad. And the problem, Anyway, as we just go, NPF doesn't look very good. You know, we just don't have good tackles. But anyway, let's talk more, I guess, about Titans and Jags.
Yeah, I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence is starting.
He's questionable. Last I saw with a shoulder, was it?
Everything, I guess, shoulder, ankle, knee. He's all broken. Their O-line's not that impressive either, but better than ours. I'll take theirs over ours in a heartbeat. But I hope Lawrence plays. We need him. If it's CJ Beathard versus Ryan Tannehill, then suddenly we have the quarterback advantage. And I think Derrick Henry could be playing with some motivation. Knowing it's his last game as a Titan, probably. And 2, he's got to show the rest of the league, I still got it, so he can get one more big payday.
I saw a quote from him saying that he's thankful for the Titans, but he's motivated by free agency. So, he's going to be ready to show other teams he still got it. And to be honest, maybe the old wash and they can't even muster this, but I have a feeling Tannehill and Henry's going to have a good game. I do. I think they both know that this is them right off to the sunset, especially as a Tennessee Titan. Maybe there's other teams that could want them, but I can really see both of them having a good game.
If Arthur Smith doesn't get fired, I would not be surprised if that's the Falcons do next year. Obviously because Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke, they've just been switching them two back and forth, which is not good coaching in my opinion. Like pick one or the other. I don't know why you keep benching one, then benching the other, then benching the other one. But anyways, there's that. But imagine that running back duo of Derrick Henry / what's that rookie's name? I can't think. His name's completely escaped me.
Robinson.
Oh, Bijan. Yeah, Bijan Robinson. That'd be a nice backfield. Tannehill obviously had his best years under Arthur Smith in 2019 and 2020.
Falcons,
I wouldn't do it because I think Tannehill
they're going to have
digressed.
They're going to have a pretty good pick too, and I would go for a quarterback, but that's just me. But anyway, back to the Titans.
Maybe they still could win their division.
I mean, they could. I don't think they will, but they could.
Even if they don't, they'll be picking like 14 or something. I don't think they'd be.
I have only 7 wins, don't they?
I don't think they'll be. There's a lot of bad teams. I don't think they'll be anywhere near distance of a quarterback.
I would say there's 5 quarterbacks that's most definitely first round this year, and all 5 of them I think could be good. This is heavy on the quarterback class, which actually could upset you that we have Will Levis, to be honest, and that's a discussion for another day. But once again, you and I wasn't too thrilled when we got Will Levis. And now here we are at a draft class that easily has 5 quarterbacks that could be impressive, really good. And we're not going to get any of them because we're stuck with Will Levis, which again, it's another discussion for another day. But Will Levis has done some good, but he hasn't wowed us. I don't think anyone would give him an A+, that's for sure. I don't think many people would give him an A-.
It's one of the many reasons why I wish we had a better offensive line. Because I just see too much of him just laying on the ground. Like, that's not doing anything for me. just kind of like Jalen Duncan. I said, I want Jalen Duncan either to be a good left tackle, or we're like, okay, he's going to be our guy in 2024, or I want him to suck so bad we're like, okay, we still need a left tackle. That's what he did.
Yeah.
That's what I wish Will Levis would have done. But the fact that he just hands the ball off while Derrick Henry gets hit 3 yards in the backfield, or snaps and goes, and just gets sacked. Like, I'm like, this is not showing me anything.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he's definitely flashed. But then there's also been some times where I'm just like, I think there's some meat on the bone. And then there's also plays where he just lays a beauty of a bomb and Traylon Burks just goes, and just drops it.
Oh my gosh.
Why can't he catch a football?
I was this close to just say, when he dropped that bomb, to say, cut him right now. Like, I'm just done with this piece of garbage.
It just drops, just stands up and goes,
yeah.
Like,
it's got
let that one get away.
It's got to be in his head now. Like, this is pathetic. This is pathetic.
That was like he just framed it up perfectly. Just
that was a good pass.
Right, and just
that was a good pass. That's another thing, and I think number one, got to get offensive lineman, but receiving needs help too. Our receiver core sucks bad, so that's another problem. But that's another conversation for another day. I keep saying that's another reason why I want this football season to be over, because then we can actually talk off-season stuff and not be like, well, that's for a later time.
Like I said, though, I think this is the last video I said this in. I hope we can keep some sort of structure, because I don't want us just to spitball and have the same video every single week of us just saying, yeah, gotta address this. Maybe we should bring in this guy or that guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, we gotta address this. And then, like, anyways, we talk long enough. That's in the video. Next one. Oh, we gotta address this. Just say the same stuff.
Maybe we should say, for people that's watching, in the comments, if there's a video of something you want us to discuss, like make a video about what we should do with the offensive line, for example. I'll just say that. And like in each spot where you want us to put somebody, we can make a video, have a video like that. So if you guys have an idea, some stuff you want us to discuss on this offseason, let us know, put it in the comments, and we will surely do that, right?
I mean, yeah, definitely comment things that you like, things you don't like.
Because I think you and I both will admit that in the offseason, sometimes you're looking for something to talk about.
Yeah, because again, like I said earlier, there's going to be way more weekends, because we'll probably go to one video a week instead of doing a recap, which sadly it's been like a month since we've done a preview and recap of the same game. But life has been hectic, Christmas, sickness, all that. But because of that, we are going to go to probably one video a week, I would guess. Friday night / Saturday mornings one's going to be uploaded. Even with that, I seriously think there's going to be way more weekends than there are topics. Because I kind of want to talk about one person. I don't want to be like, Daniel Brunskill, how do we rate it? Should we, let him stay, or should we cut him because he has 1 more year on his deal? And then just talk about Daniel Brunskill for 25 minutes. That doesn't seem like what we got to do. It's probably going to be way more of a O-line discussion, like the whole unit and things like that. So you get what I'm trying to say. We'll run through our topics quicker than we want to. Titans, Jags. If Trevor Lawrence starts, he beats us. If he doesn't, we might mess around and win that game.
Is it in Jacksonville?
No.
Oh, dang it. If it was in Jacksonville, I'll say, yeah, we definitely lose. Have we won a road game?
Yes, we beat the Dolphins in Miami.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, okay.
For some reason, which that's actually really screwing us now, because I think we'd have the 4th or 5th overall pick.
The only thing I like about it, it did screw us, but it was excellent play by Will Levis, especially at the end. And if that's your guy for the future, that was fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that game and the Falcons game are the two games that give you like glimpses of this guy could be it.
Yeah.
What other game did he win? Because he's won 3 of our 5 wins. Oh, it was the Panthers, and that was uninspiring.
Yeah, that was an ugly one for sure.
10-17 is all we beat them by.
Yep.
That was pathetic.
Yeah, it was.
But anyways.
Anyway, so yes, I mean, yeah, if the Jags are going to Nashville with CJ Beathard, or how you pronounce his name. I think it's almost a 50-50. I would still pick the Jags, I think, but I would not feel very inspired with that pick. But if Trevor Lawrence is playing, I think they should win that game.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Plus, our whole secondary is gone.
Our whole secondary is gone. Yes.
Like, you think about who we came in with: Byard and Hooker. Byard is playing for the Eagles. Hooker's on IR. Christian Fulton, IR. Bunting's really been in and out of the lineup with injury. And Roger McCreary, he's about the only one that we still have. But we
He's
have
been
like,
decent.
yeah, he's been a good in the slot. Every time you put him outside, he gets beat. But in the slot, he's good. But then like Trey Avery, Eric Garrer,
Yeah.
is just.
I would say this: Harold Landry, Danico Autry. Those two have been good on
Yeah,
defense.
we'll miss Danico.
Yeah.
11 and a half sacks.
Thankfully,
10 and a half and 11 and a half.
Yeah. Harold Landry, thankfully, will still be with us. But yeah, we'll miss Autry for sure.
I think it's a 5-year deal from Landry, so he'll have 3 more years.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think on this game, Titans and Jags. What the problem is we don't have many young players to look forward to because Will Levis out. That's when I really lost it and stopped paying attention last week when Will Levis got out. And I'm like, okay, I really don't care now. But Will Levis out, so I guess the only guy we have is gosh, I can't think of his name, the running back.
Tajay Spears.
Yeah, Tajay Spears. I like Tajay Spears. The question is, and we need to figure this out going into the offseason, is he a running back one? Or is he a complimentary back? That's the question. Is he someone that you want to run all your plays? Or no?
I don't. After Henry's officially gone, like as soon as he signs with some other team in free agency, so I know he's gone. I don't think we need to have a primary or a lead back anymore. I think we just should go like the rest of the NFL and just go by committee.
I agree with you, but I'm scared that Mike Vrabel, as long as he's our head coach, that's not going to happen. But I agree with you.
So I hope we don't do is try to use Hassan Haskins as a poor man's Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Because he just he had the legal problems. They didn't know what to do. So they kind of just stashed him on IR. They're just like, oh, he's hurt, so he's not playing this whole season. But this year was his second year, so we still have him next year and the year after that. So I'm really hoping we don't do the whole dash and bash combo because I've seen Hassan Haskins run. Not great. He's basically just a downhill run straight. That's all he does.
One player that he's winning me over / won me over. I don't know if I would say won. Winning me over because he started off really bad. Not just Harold Landry. I would say Harold Landry's one guy. Remember me bashing him? Oh, I could not stand it. But then he turned around, so I'm okay with him. But Chig, he started off really bad. And he still drops. He still drops. That's an issue. Like, third downs don't go to Chig.
He either drops or he bobbles. Because all the times he catches it, but he's got.
He had a drop last week in the end zone, I think, maybe, or somewhere close. Or was that the week? My weeks get matched together, but it was the kind of.
Do they even matter?
Yeah. But anyway, Chick is coming on. How many yards he has, I don't remember. Are you looking at
As I'm looking out, he has 492, which is already more than he had last year.
So if he has
all he needs is 8 yards. He'll break 500. If I can get 500 out of my tight end,
I'm happy. So he's done better because he looked like a question mark, like tight ends. Like if you look at making a list of positions you don't like, tight end might have been a question mark. But Chick is winning me over. He's looking a little bit better.
Yeah, he was about useless there for the longest time.
Yes,
like literally, he'd have like 5 targets a game, which for our offense, that's a lot of targets.
Yeah.
He had 5 targets a game, get 1 or 2 catches, couple drops, and the one catch he gets is a drop off on 3rd and 11, where he runs for 4 yards.
A position that player, that I wanted to see more out of him, even though he was a late round pick, but he got hurt. But Josh Riley, I wanted to see a little more out of him. But,
yeah, he finally started coming along a little bit, and then he got hurt, and then that's been that.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Our draft class, we haven't got much out of it, in my opinion. Do you disagree? Spears and Will Levis.
Peter Skronsky.
And Skronsky. Skronsky's scaring me a little bit too. He's getting tossed around like a rag doll.
Last 2 games have been bad.
It's been like 4 or 5 games. It's been a while on that one, but I guess I have to disagree with that. But no, it's been a while because I was noticing it for a while, and then people now talking about the last 2 or 3 weeks about it, and he's just getting tossed like he doesn't weigh nothing.
But that's another problem is that with his procedure he lost a lot of weight and strength, He even said it in his interviews. He's like, yeah, with that surgery and being down, lost like, I think he said 20 pounds. He lost like 20 pounds in strength as well.
I'm hoping that's it, and hopefully next week, he'll come back strong. Because we want to at least have something off the line that's like you're the guy. Oops. But anyway, so he's good. I guess Tajay Spears is decent, and Will Levis, I don't know yet. But Duncan, I don't like. Wiley, I don't like yet. Who else? I'm forgetting somebody.
Colton Dowell, he's a 7th round pick, which is basically undrafted. Now he tore his ACL, so he might even miss some of next year.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So it has the potential to be absolutely an elite draft class, but a lot of it hinges on Will Levis. Because if you
how would it be elite?
Peter Skronsky, besides the last 2 games, has been by far our best offensive lineman on our whole offensive line. Tajay Spears looks slippery. He looks like he can catch, and he looks like he can run, even though he was 6 rushes for 0 yards last week. But anyways, he looks like he can run and he can catch. And if you get Will Levis as our franchise quarterback in the 2nd round, that's your first 3 picks. That's an elite draft class.
I wouldn't say elite, but anyway, that's a discussion for another video. Isn't that supposed to be a video talk about draft class?
It is.
Also, it has nothing to do with the Jaguars or Titans. But yeah. Anyway. So, anything else you want to say about the Jags and Titans?
Hope we lose.
Me too. Yeah, I think it's hard. What?
I was going to say, I don't know if we're going to do a recap video after the game or not, because I feel like the recap after the game is not even going to be about the Jaguars. Maybe we could just do like a season recap instead of and whether or not we do it this weekend or if we do it next weekend, and that'd be our first off-season video. Because like I feel like if we try to do a Jags recap, all we're going to do is a season recap.
That's true.
So I feel like whether it's this weekend or next weekend, that's probably what's going to happen.
Copy that.
I think that's all we got. We've rambled a while. We barely mentioned the Jaguars because, as I've said for the last 4 weeks now, the win and lose doesn't even matter. There's things you want to see. You want to see people take steps. But even Tajay Spears, I don't want to see him take steps because I want to see the king out the right way. Will Levis, I would assume, is probably not going to go. So I ain't looking forward to that. Wide receivers, I mean, it's always nice to watch D-Hop build his legacy, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it'd be great to see Burks and Chig do something. Chig's been fine. He's been good, improving, but not elite at all. And then Burks has been a bust. So there's just really not much to say about the actual game.
I agree. I completely agree. Last 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to struggle to really stay focused on the matchup.
Yeah. But I guess that's really honestly all we have. And I'm looking forward to get into some of these off-season.
Yes, me too.
Off-season discussions. So I reckon that's where we're going to go ahead and chop this thing off. I do reckon indeed. We're going to chop this thing off right here. Call it a video. Talk to you after the game sometime to recap what turned out to be a dreadful season. But the only good thing about dreadful season is they make for the juiciest off-seasons.
Mm-hmm.
You get the good picks. When you're dreadful, that usually means you have a lot of money the next year, which we do. So we got the cap space, got the draft capital. Let's see if we can make a little bit of noise next year. Probably not, but maybe we will. So we'll be sure to recap it all with you. Hang with us on this off season. Titan Bros coming at you again. Peace out and all that jazz.